If you've ever suddenly felt fear, shame, panic, or heaviness out of nowhere, and the moment didn't match your reaction, you're not dramatic. You're not too emotional. You're experiencing something called an emotional flashback, a trauma response where your brain collapses time. This is the part nobody explains until now. Emotional flashbacks are one of the core symptoms of complex post-traumatic stress disorder, or CPTSD. Unlike PTSD, which is usually tied to one overwhelming event, CPTSD comes from long-term, repeated relational trauma, neglect, emotional unpredictability, humiliation, parentification, psychological control. Your nervous system wasn't shaped by a single threat. It was sculpted by instability. So when you suddenly feel fear, shame, helplessness, or the urge to disappear, there is a reason. And it makes perfect sense. An emotional flashback isn't a memory. It's your body re-experiencing an old emotional state. Psychologists describe it as a time collapse. The brain blurs the boundary between then and now. Your nervous system reacts as if the past is happening in the present moment. A tone of voice, a facial expression, a moment of uncertainty, a feeling of rejection, a shift in tension. Any of these can pull you backward into an old emotional reality. There is no visual replay, no clear memory. Just a full-body emotional takeover that feels sudden, intense, and out of proportion.
Because to your brain, it is proportionate. It thinks the danger is real. Here's the science. When a trauma cue appears, the amygdala fires first, before the logical brain can understand what's happening. The prefrontal cortex, your reasoning, clarity, language, goes offline. Your system shifts into survival mode. Polyvagal theory explains what happens next. Fight mode, agitation, anger, panic. Flight mode, restlessness, anxiety, urge to escape. Freeze mode, numb, disconnected, mind blanking. Collapse mode, shame, heaviness, shutting down. Freeze and collapse are the most common in CPTSD, especially when the trauma was relational, when you couldn't fight or flee, so your brain learned to survive by becoming invisible, going silent, shutting down, disconnecting from feelings, analyzing instead of reacting. This isn't weakness. This is nervous system hijack. When the nervous system collapses, three things often appear.
1. Dissociation. Your mind drifts. You feel unreal, distant, or blurred. This is a protective detachment. 2. Toxic shame. An overwhelming sense that you are wrong instead of something happened to you. This emotion is not yours. It was installed by environments where you were blamed, shamed, or made responsible for someone else's emotions. 3. The inner critic. That harsh voice that attacks you during a flashback, it's not your voice. It's an internalized authority figure, the echo of whoever taught you to shrink, apologize, or anticipate danger. None of these are character flaws. They are survival adaptations. Here's the truth that begins healing. You are not reacting to this moment. You are reacting to every moment that felt like this one. Your emotional flashbacks are not you making things up. They're your body remembering what your mind had to forget. This shift from self-blame to psychological understanding rewrites the entire story. You're not unstable. You're not broken. You're not too sensitive. You're surviving a wound most people can't see.
When you suddenly shut down, panic, overthink, or feel shame that doesn't belong to you, remember, your nervous system is trying to protect you from a danger that already ended. And once you see the pattern, once you understand the mechanism, you finally get the power to interrupt it. If this brought you clarity, subscribe. More CPTSD breakdowns, trauma psychology, and emotional flashback explanations are on the way.